Round 5 and our enemy of the day is Medb. She hulks out at the start and there's one way to deal with her. Gotta kill some babbies. Each of her buffs is tied to a specific enemy. I said in the general guide that the order is fixed, but I looked over the footage and that's incorrect. You can actually deviate from it, though in practice that doesn't really matter, unless you're trying to kill her early with Kintoki. Then you need to kill Soldier D before targeting Medb. That aside, you've got two general strategies. The first is with Shiki, Kiritsugu, or Kintoki. Shiki is the best option of these three. Firstly, Medb charms all men at the start of her fight. You can frontline Shiki and not deal with that. Secondly, the first two adds are tied to her invincibility and art's resistance. Once you kill them, you can nuke her with Shiki's NP. It ignores defense, so Medb's remaining buffs won't be relevant. Kiritsugu has similar properties, though his NP damage isn't nearly as good. Kintoki works too, though you'd need to kill the extra soldier. Once Medb is dead, this turns into a standard mob encounter. Option 2 is a systematic kill of all enemies, ending with Medb. This gets a bit trickier. Medb has a number of skills that can really fuck you up. These include a big, targeted heal, and she could put taunt on one of your guys. But the big one gives the other enemies full NP charge, and they hit extremely hard. Because of this, you really want to kill both adds every turn. If you're running with single target damage, go after the left side enemy first. Doing this lets you splash or kill the right side enemy as well, because of how targeting works in this game. Summer Skahak is actually very nice for this quest. She can blow up the second set of enemies and then taunt to intercept druid NPs. Speaking of which, the last two adds are casters. In this footage, I use Passion Lip as a finisher because alter egos have offensive class advantage against all 4 horseman enemies, but we don't have that option yet. You'll want a Rider or Berserker for the last wave. At this point, Medb will have lost most of her defensive buffs, but there's a hitch. Each time an enemy dies, they put an attack buff on her. This will stack very high towards the end, but you can purge them. Jack is great for doing this. She can blow up the first few enemies and then remove Medb's buffs. Without allies or attack steroids, she's relatively harmless, and you can take her to Pound Town. If you haven't combined your damage CEs yet, you can actually keep them separate and get reasonably good results. In this case, you can just stack assassins, preferably female ones, with a Rider or Zerk in the backline. But if you rely on a single damage dealer, consider running the Mages Association uniform. It'll let you fish for brave chains among other things. This is one of those fights where it's easy once you know the gimmick, kinda like Siegfried. The element of surprise is one of those fine things we've lost with access to FGO JP. It's a shame, really. Makes my life easy, I guess.
いいわ。とてもいいわよ。切るの。すべては幻想のうち。ファントムメイデン。たまらない。
力が私の力、人を滑る奥義、人を虐げる闘技、人を震わす恐怖、チャリオットマイラード。素敵素敵。 私たちは炎、雨、成り上がりだ。やあ、解体するよ。私完璧よ。ほらきれい。私の声を聞きなさい。
いいぞ、見せてやるとも。しゃっ、
私の声を聞きなさい。
そうだ。
私完璧よ。ほら綺麗でしょ。これだね。あなたは私をいじめるんですね。
それもいいな。
行きます。
踊れ。